Welcome back to a time when life felt a little slower, a little simpler, and oh so memorable, the 1960s. If you were a school kid back then, get ready to hop into a time machine with me. Today we're revisiting school life in America during that unforgettable decade. The games you played, the lunches you loved, the idols you adored, and the moments that shaped your childhood. So grab a seat, maybe imagine a cold milk carton in your hand, and let's step back to those golden days. The school day kicked off with that familiar bell ringing across the yard. No smartphones, no screens, just the chatter of school kids and the clatter of shoes on concrete. Remember standing in line for the Pledge of Allegiance? Hand over your heart, reciting those words with pride as the flag waved high. Then it was into the classroom. Rows of wooden desks, the smell of chalk dust in the air, and the scratch of pencils on paper. Teachers ruled with an iron hand back then, a wooden ruler across the knuckles or a trip to the corner if you stepped out of line. But there were those sneaky moments too, passing notes under the desk. Meet me by the swings at recess. It was strict, sure, but it was home. Recess. Now that's when the schoolyard came alive. For the girls, it was jump rope with those catchy rhymes. Cinderella, dressed in yella, went upstairs to kiss a fella. The boys, they were crouched down, flicking marbles across the dirt. Those shiny glass treasures worth bragging rights. Out on the field, any school kid could be a baseball star. No fancy gear, just a beat-up ball and a stick for a bat. And who could forget hide and seek or tag, racing around until the bell called you back? No video games needed, just friends, a little imagination, and a wide open playground. When the lunch bell rang, it was a symphony of clanging trays in the cafeteria. Salisbury steak with mashed potatoes, maybe not gourmet, but it's a taste you can still recall. Or those Friday fish sticks that came with a side of giggles and gossip. If you brought lunch from home, it was probably a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, wrapped in foil, paired with a little carton of ice-cold milk, the kind you wrestled to open. And the trades, a Twinkie for a piece of bazooka gum, or a few jelly beans for a bite of your friend's apple. Those were the deals that made lunchtime an adventure for school kids. School wasn't just books and bells. It was dreams fueled by the radio and the silver screen. Elvis Presley shaking his hips had every school kid wanting to slick back their hair with Brill cream. Then came the Beatles in '64. I Want to Hold Your Hand, blaring from every transistor radio, turning playgrounds into fan clubs. Movies like West Side Story made you want to dance in the streets, while James Dean and Rebel Without a Cause had boys practicing that cool, brooding stare. After school, it was a race home to catch American Bandstand or The Ed Sullivan Show. Those were the moments that lit up your world. Style in the '60s, it was all about looking sharp. Schoolboys rocked button-up shirts tucked into slacks, maybe a sweater vest if they were feeling fancy. Schoolgirls twirled in A-line dresses or pleated skirts, paired with saddle shoes or keds that squeaked on the linoleum. Hair was a big deal. Boys slicked it back like Elvis, while girls teased theirs into towering beehives, hoping to catch a crush's eye. It was innocent, it was fun, and it was all yours. Not everything was carefree. Remember those duck and cover drills? Hiding under desks, waiting for a bomb that never came. A strange mix of fear and routine for school kids. And then there was November '63, the principal's voice crackling over the intercom about President Kennedy. The room went silent, and for a moment, childhood felt fragile. But there were highs too. The school dance where you spent days picking out a tie or dress, heart pounding as you asked someone to sway to Unchained Melody. Those joys and sorrows, they stuck with you. Tech, what tech? No cell phones, no internet. If you wanted to talk, you passed a note or shouted across the yard. Homework meant scratching out answers with a fountain pen, ink smudges and all, or banging away on a clunky typewriter. Getting to school was an adventure too. Walking a mile with your buddies or pedaling your Schwinn bike. Wind in your face. It was freedom, pure and simple, in a way school kids today might never know. School was more than a building, it was a community. Fall festivals with homemade apple pies, science fairs where your baking soda volcano stole the show, or field days when your team won the tug-of-war. Friendships were real, no social media, just the school kids down the block who knew your secrets and shared your dreams. It was an innocent time before the world got loud and fast. A time when being a kid meant living in the moment, not chasing likes. School life in the 1960s. It was chalk, dust, and marbles, Elvis and PB&J, duck and cover and first dances. If you were a school kid back then, I hope this took you back, even just for a minute. Drop a comment below. What's your favorite memory? The taste of that cafeteria lunch? The song you danced to? Thanks for strolling down memory lane with me. Hit subscribe if you want more trips like this. See you next time.